WWE Hell in a Cell 2021 accounted for an exciting pay-per-view. 3 WWE titles were on the line at the show, but none of them changed hands. However, one high-profile title match ended controversially and fetched backlash from viewers. Although Hell in a Cell accounted for a solid show, the creative should have avoided a few booking decisions. In this video, we will take a look at the biggest mistakes that WWE made at Hell in a Cell 2021. So, without further ado, let's begin. Number 5. Cesaro loses against Seth Rollins at WWE Hell in a Cell 2021. After months of being involved in an intense feud, Seth Rollins and Cesaro locked horns at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Their rivalry kickstarted when Rollins actively sought every opportunity to derail Cesaro's journey to the World Championship. On the other hand, the Messiah believes that Cesaro doesn't deserve the chances that he has received recently. Rollins spent weeks tormenting Cesaro on SmackDown. At one point, his brutal assault forced Cesaro to take time off the ring for some time. The Swiss cyborg returned a couple of weeks ago with a vengeance on his mind. He laid out a surprise attack on Rollins, and their altercations led to the booking of their Hell in a Cell match. This was again a big opportunity for Cesaro, and he looked dominant for most of the match. He gained control early and swung Rollins around the ring with ease. Cesaro had a solid start to the match as he read Rollins' plan of attack and hit back with effective counters. He had complete control over Rollins when he delivered the Cesaro swing. He then went for a sharpshooter, and it looked like Cesaro would win the match. However, Rollins suddenly rolled him up from behind for a pinfall and sneaked away with a victory at Hell in a Cell. It was surprising to see him win in such a fashion, especially after Cesaro's dominant performance. This could cause their feud to continue on SmackDown after the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and WWE probably wants to book them for another match when the crowd returns. Unfortunately, the rivalry has run its course, and the creative will have to ensure that this loss doesn't hurt Swiss Superman's momentum. It would have been better if the Swiss cyborg picked up a win and ended this feud at Hell in a Cell. It would have allowed both superstars to pursue other challenges on WWE SmackDown freely. Cesaro has received a push many times in the past, but they never amounted to anything fruitful. He now has the right momentum on his side and will do well as one of the top babyfaces on SmackDown. Number 4. Finish to the main event of WWE Hell in a Cell 2021. The main event of Hell in a Cell 2021 saw Bobby Lashley put his WWE Championship on the line against Drew McIntyre. Both superstars locked horns in an epic match that played to their respective strengths. McIntyre delivered one of his best ever WWE performances inside the hellacious cage. Unfortunately, the finish of this match did not do justice to the brutal exchange that preceded the same. McIntyre confidently used all sorts of weapons, including tables, kendo sticks, and steel steps, to maintain dominance in the match. He even took MVP out of the equation when the latter tried to help Lashley. Despite his valiant effort, McIntyre lost his big Hell in a Cell match due to a distracted roll-up pin. The creative team could have scripted a more respectful loss, for one of their most trusted performers at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. It was a lazy end to an otherwise unforgettable match between two of the most dominant superstars in WWE today. Given that McIntyre cannot challenge for the WWE Championship as long as Lashley holds the title, the creative should have ensured that they pause their feud on a high note. Number 3. Alexa Bliss's underwhelming booking at WWE Hell in a Cell 2021. Following a brief feud on Raw, Alexa Bliss faced Shayna Bayzler at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view this year. Their match fetched a mixed response from the WWE Universe. Bliss and Baszler engaged in decent in-ring action, and impressed us on a couple of occasions. However, that couldn't stop their match from turning monotonous at frequent intervals. Fans were looking forward to seeing how Bliss uses her new friend Lilly in the match. After all, the feud grew intense only after Baszler made fun of Bliss's creepy doll. Every superstar involved in this Hell in a Cell match struggled to keep up with the magical elements of this storyline. A hypnotized Nia Jax and a confused Reginald didn't help the case either. The overall match was not bad, but it should have done more for Bliss's current gimmick. It was good to see her in action at Hell in a Cell. At the same time, her booking came across as a warning sign. The creative team should ensure they don't repeat the same mistake that they made with The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Alexa Bliss plays a compelling character, but she also needs good matches and better performances to establish herself as a legitimate threat. Number 2. Rhea Ripley intentionally disqualifies herself during title match at Hell in a Cell 2021. At Hell in a Cell 2021, Rhea Ripley successfully defended her Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. They were involved in a good match, but its finish was atrocious. Despite looking strong, Ripley decided to get herself disqualified. It led to Charlotte Flair's win at the show. Ripley still retained her title due to the champion's advantage. Both Charlotte and Rhea Ripley kickstarted the match on an aggressive note. They were relentlessly attacking each other until they moved their brawl to ringside. Soon after that, Ripley removed the top part of the announce desk before ramming Charlotte's face with it, causing the official to disqualify the champion from the title match at Hell in a Cell. Ripley continued to attack Charlotte even after their bout ended. However, it still didn't make up for the fact that a brutal women's champion took a cowardly route in a big match. The result at Hell in a Cell also hinted at Charlotte and Ripley feuding once again in the future, which may not be the best decision. Their storyline has run its course, and the creative should look to push them into new storylines. Ripley now has a huge task ahead of her as she desperately needs redemption following a spiritless performance at Hell in a Cell. Number 1. WWE Raw Tag Team Champions absence at Hell in a Cell 2021. Surprisingly, this year's edition of Hell in a Cell didn't feature any tag team matches on the card. The creative missed a massive opportunity, as they could have booked AJ Styles for a title match at this pay-per-view with ease. The phenomenal One and Omos could have put their Raw Tag Team Championships on the line while facing the Viking Raiders. Eric and Ivar recently returned to the Red brand, and won a tag team battle royal to become the #1 contenders for the titles. WWE is probably saving this match for Raw, but it should have been scheduled for Hell in a Cell. The Viking Raiders are not expected to dethrone the current champions in a title match. However, Styles and Omos' title reign would have benefited immensely from a successful title defense at a major pay-per-view. AJ Styles is a brilliant heel, and he is one of those superstars who can help elevate an entire division. The creative should not ignore any opportunity to keep him on television, especially at pay-per-views as significant as Hell in a Cell. Hopefully, Styles and Omos will feud with a handful of good challengers before they eventually drop the Raw Tag Team Championships. Personally, I say, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment.
Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight,